HUL 2001 to 2010 at best, no, in fact, it's underperformed. Nestle 2011 to 2018 at best market perform. So some of these stocks, best-in-class managements, best-in-class businesses, they have a moat, great corporate governance. Why is it that these stocks have just not performed or even outperformed the market over the last 10 years?
See, there were periods when they outperform and periods when they underperform. That is the whole point. It's not an even thing. For Hindustan Lever, of course, that one decade was also quite poor on the business front. And if you look at the past 5-7 years, for many of these companies, actually the earnings growth has been driven by margin expansion. So, earnings growth has been running at roughly double what the top line growth or the revenue growth has been. So, you have to take that into account. And I think we'll come on to discuss what actually, where in your financials you can see the strength of the brand. Really, what we talked about, that they have great managements, great brands, etc. How that picture emerges when you look at their financials, and you see that the brand, of course, gets them supposedly higher margins. And this has been very interesting because if you go back 15 years or so, most of these companies, whether it was a Nestle or a Colgate or a Hindustan Lever, had EBITDA margins in the mid-teens. Somebody had 15, somebody had 18, 19, but that was the range. Now, all of them are at 23 to 25%, which is the same kind of margins that their parents make. So, Unilever or a P&G, the global company, or Nestle, all of them have now margins which are about the same as what the Indian subsidiaries have. So the margin expansion story appears to be largely over, because you can't expect that the margins in a poor country will be substantially higher than what they are for their parents operating in more developed markets. That is one part. But the other place where this brand really helped them was on the working capital side. There is a classic Porter model of what the landscape of an industry looks like. So you look at the relative bargaining power. So this was a situation because of the brands. These manufacturers had great bargaining power because their buyers were very fragmented. Because, the Kirana store or even one level above that, the distributor, those were very fragmented. So you could actually get cash, or you are still getting cash from them, at times even getting money in advance. You don't have to give them credit. So these were big advantages. But now things are changing. And how are these things changing? One big change is organized retail. What does having organized retail mean? That number one, your buyer is more organized, which means your buyer is now, instead of being very scattered, there are fewer players, whether it's a Jio, a Reliance Retail, or whether it is a big basket. So there are all these either platforms forming or actual, buyers becoming organized. So it's becoming like a Walmart negotiating with P&G in the US. So Walmart obviously has a lot of leverage, and that is what you will find over time. The retailers here will have more leverage over the manufacturers, so they will ask for higher credit. In fact, if you look at the receivable days, for instance, receivable days for Nestle are 3-4 days, for Hindustan Lever are 13 days. They're all in this range, 5 to 20 days. Whereas if you look at the global companies, their receivable days are 35 days, 40 days, 45 days, because they have to give credit to a Walmart or to a Target or whoever is buying their goods. So same thing will start happening in India. So you will see that there will be pressure in terms of the buyer asking for higher credit period. The other part is the margin, which is what, you also mentioned that as we were discussing earlier, that most of organized retail would want to give discounts to their customers. So part of their strategy would be to give at a higher discount or a lower price, and part of that will have to be borne by the manufacturer. The other is the store brands. Today if I go to Amazon Fresh and type in Tata Tea, not only Tata Tea Gold, not only do I see Tata Tea Gold, I also see the Amazon own brand, which is 20% cheaper, and the look of the packaging is very similar.
Okay.